Well, I always ask people, why poop scooping?
People really want to see face with your business. I keep telling all these new scoopers on the apps, put yourself out there, don't be embarrassed. When you start posting on the buy sell apps, it goes everywhere. Everybody sees it. Can't believe how enjoyable it is.
Welcome back to the Built Local podcast. Today we have a very special guest, Ty, hopping on. Ty, how you doing today?
Good. How you doing? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. No, I heard you're doing well because you're talking about all the new customers you're getting. So that's always a good problem to have, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a good problem. I won't complain about that.
Definitely. Well, for anybody who doesn't know about you or your business, give them a little bit of introduction on yourself.
Yeah, my name is Ty Frames. I'm in Las Cruces, New Mexico. I own a poop scooping business called Cruces Scoopers. We've been in business for about 10 months, 10 months and 4 days, and we're rocking and rolling. It's when you're growing up, you never want to be a poop scooper, but here I am, and it's actually a great business, and it's really enjoyable. I can't complain.
For sure. Well, I always ask people, why poop scooping? How did you hear about poop scooping?
No, I didn't hear anything about it. I didn't even know it was a business. I have my 15-year-old son. It was October, November of 24 last year, and I said, "Hey, go scoop the poop." And he went and did it. He came back in. He started talking. He's like, "Dad, I hate scooping poop. I bet a lot of people do too." He's like, "I think we could do this as a business." And I looked at him. I was like, "Really?" I was like, "Okay, I'll do it." And I started thinking about it, and my wife and I wanted us to get out of our other business that we've been in for a number of years, and we just couldn't figure out what we could do. And
Yeah.
I started doing research on poop scooping. I found William and Levi on YouTube and a couple other sites. I mean, you can find anything on YouTube. I did about 2 months of research on it, and I came home one day after work, frustrated at our other job, and I was like, "Would you pay somebody $80 a month to scoop the poop if me or the boys weren't around?" And she's like, "Yeah, probably." And so there I went, and I dove into the rabbit hole. And I did 2 or 3 months of researching and officially launched in February 8th of 2025. So
Wow.
after that, it's been great.
That's incredible. Not even a year in, and you're already crushing it. I mean, you've got how many customers have you serviced at this point?
I'm over 130-ish, and I'm
That's
still
incredible.
solo. So it's getting to the point to where I need to start thinking about hiring.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's awesome. Well, what are you doing to get all those customers? I'm sure they didn't all just come overnight, or they all had to start calling you as soon as you.
No, when we first got our LLC, then I started advertising on Facebook, and I would go, chat GPT, make some memes or something. I wouldn't ever put my face or, my family's face with the business. It was always AI. Got to a couple customers here and there. A lot of people said, "Hey, this is a good business idea." And it was a little bit slow, but as soon as I put my face to the business, I mean, it just took off from there. I mean,
Yeah.
once people saw a real person associated with our business, I mean, I started getting signups left and right. So,
Yeah.
and we launched kind of supposedly, the busy season, the spring rush, but in New Mexico, we don't get any snow, but it
Yeah.
still holds true. I mean, we picked up customers, and I think we had 75 at Memorial Day. So it was going pretty good.
Yeah, that's incredible. It's such a easy win for business owners. It's one of the largest critiques I make on people's websites when people ask for my feedback or whatever. I'm just like, I have no idea the face behind the brand here. I have no idea the face behind the
Yeah.
business. It's a bunch of stock photos that don't show me
Hmm.
anything about you. And having faces on your social media profile, on your website, clearly where people can see, it just makes them trust you more. They can see who's going to show up, or at least who's hiring the people that's going to show up. You know?
Right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, as soon as, I think the first post we did, I had a picture of me and my oldest son out scooping, and then it just took off from there. It's people in our town love to support local,
Yeah.
and it just blew up from there. And then we started doing tabling events like at the farmers market. I had my
Yeah.
wife, my other son down there, and, we met the mayor, met a bunch of people, and, we didn't pick up any customers, but it got our name out there. It got us noticed, is what it did. And, you can get trapped in that rabbit hole of just using AI for all your posting, but people really want to see, like you were saying, a face with your business. I keep telling all these new scoopers on the apps, put yourself out there. Don't be embarrassed. Because that was with me. I was embarrassed. I don't want my friends, when you start posting on the buy sell apps, it goes everywhere. Everybody sees it.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be embarrassed and be like, "Oh, Ty, you scoop poop now?"
Yeah.
And now I don't care. I'll broadcast it, on top of the roof. I mean,
Yeah.
it's been an unbelievable business. I just can't believe how enjoyable it is.
Real quick, if you're a local business owner and you want to start getting customers from Google, you know how important Google reviews are. Every week, I talk to business owners just like you across hundreds of industries who know reviews matter, but never seem to have the time or the system in place to actually get them. That's exactly why I've spent the last 2 years building Review Harvest. We built it with a non-tech savvy business owner in mind so anybody can set it up in minutes and start getting reviews today. It automates the process of getting real reviews from your customers, responding to those reviews, and repurposing them across your website and across your social media platforms. It's a set it and forget it software. You can get it all set up in about 10 minutes and you never have to worry about reviews again. We can integrate into the tools you're already using so you don't have to change a thing. You don't have to train your team on how to request reviews. You don't have to request them manually. You get customers, we get your reviews. It's simple as that. And the first play in our playbook is what we call a review reactivation. You probably have hundreds or thousands of previous customers who loved your service but never left your review. So a lot of times our users can double or even triple their reviews just in the first couple months of working with us when we do that review reactivation. Yeah, yeah, I know for sure. That's incredible. And I think it goes to show like I have a buddy down in South Florida who owns a dry event cleaning company, and they worked with all these agencies to try and run Facebook ads and figure out the best offer, the best photo, the best video, whatever it was. And then he had the idea to just slap up, or hit him or somebody he knew had the idea to just slap up their family photos. But it
Yeah,
was like,
yeah,
hey, family photos, we'll clean your dry event, whatever. His best performing ad to date.
yeah.
People just trust families. They trust the local family person, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you can't, when you're posting photos, it's probably your worst photo that's going to get noticed the most. I mean, people complicate this so much with advertising, the algorithms. You got to do this, you got to do that. Just get a photo of yourself, you scooping with some dogs, your family, and just post it. Say, hey, we scoop poop,
Yeah,
and
that's what
just
we
go
do.
from there. I mean, you don't have to make it so damn hard all the time.
Yeah, yeah, of course, of course. Well, got those first 75 customers before Memorial Day. Were you still just posting on Facebook, or were you running ads, or what were you doing?
After doing all my research, with Levi and William, I started joining all the Facebook groups, all the free ones. I joined them on the business side and on my personal page. And I just joined them all and I just started posting them. I think I do it religiously, like twice a day. I know some people get sick of seeing my ads, but that's the only way you can advertise yourself these days. There's no more phone books, no radio. I mean, you don't want to do radio or TV.
Yeah,
But I predominantly just did the Facebook groups for about 3 or 4 months, and I did some ads here and there. And I just really started kicking in ad spend here in the last month or two. I was usually doing 25, $30 a day, about 10 days. Now it's up to 50, $60 a day.
awesome, really cool. And what's kind of your process for your ads now? Are you running them to a lead form? Are you running them to your website, or where are you sending the ads?
Now I'm running on lead form. I was doing engagement ads and a couple other different ones, but lead forms has been the best.
Yeah,
You just create your lead form, they fill out, your email address, your name and phone number, go from there. And I usually get notified within under a minute. Like everyone says, speed to lead, you got to reply to those leads really quick because
for sure,
to make it honestly, poop scooping is not on the top of someone's mind all the time. I mean, right
for
at that
sure.
second it is, but if you lose them after an hour, you got to close those leads quick.
Exactly, exactly. And we say the same thing with reviews. As a business owner, reviews normally aren't the number one thing on people's mind all the time. I mean, they're obviously
Mm,
important for sure, but it's like people have other things that they're worried about. And so our marketing and stuff, and same thing with yours for poop scooping, it's to get them excited about our service. It's to kind of agitate that pain point of, yes, we can help you out. We can alleviate some of that pain. But as soon as you don't respond, or as soon as you do that,
right.
you miss them. They forget about it. They're on to the next thing. They're worried about putting out another fire.
Yeah, I mean, before you know it, an hour later they change their mind,
Yeah,
and you got to get them quick. You got to reel them in quick while they're thinking about it. That's the biggest thing. I think the ad I'm running right now, I in the last 7 days I picked up 15, 16 leads, and
jeez.
yeah, it's crazy because I'm out working and a notification that comes in, I got to stop and reply to them right away.
What is your kind of is there a specific offer that you're running for an introductory clean, or what's the offer you're running?
In the past, I've played around with a bunch of different offers. I'm not too big on free cleans. I think that you got to get paid for what you're doing. You know, your first clean's always going to be the biggest
Mm.
clean. You could be out there for 2 hours. I'm not going to be out there for 2 hours for free. And
Yeah.
but yeah, right now I'm doing a free wishy-wash sanitizer deodorizer when they sign up for a reoccurring monthly reoccurring service. So people, which is good because it lets them, you know, it's an add-on service, and a ton of people down here love it. And it lets them see, you know, how it works, and you know, it gets them, you know, okay, he's used this on me the last time, you know, it worked pretty good. Let's do it again.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay, cool. And then what about your follow-up process? What are you doing to follow up with these leads? Are you texting them, getting them on Messenger, or how are you hitting them up, calling them?
You know, it's how the customer reaches out to me. If they reach out text message, I'll send them a text message. Believe it or not, a lot of people don't like talking on the phone, but if they call me, I'll definitely call them back and say, "Hey, I'm following up with you. I want to schedule you in," because obviously they're comfortable talking.
Yeah.
So a lot of people aren't comfortable talking over the phone, so they prefer text
Crazy.
message. Yeah, it's crazy. You know,
Crazy
I'm
world.
old school. I'd rather talk on the phone rather than text message, but
Yeah, well, it's like you talk on the phone, you can get you can get a text message conversation done in like 5 minutes on the phone versus having to
right.
check your phone every 10 minutes and responding over the course of like 2 hours. You know.
And it's easier to close a sale over the phone rather on text message too.
For sure, because then they gotta say no to your face. You know,
Yeah.
you know, it's
Or
harder to walk away.
yeah, they can't say, "Hey, let me go check with my wife or husband real quick," you know. That's the number one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh man, for sure. Well, what are your plans? What are your plans for 2026 and trying to grow?
My plan right now is for the 1 year anniversary. You know, I need about 60, 70 more customers, hopefully to get to 175, 200 by February 8th, and
Yeah,
just keep growing. You know, we're in the process of wrapping our vehicle right now, which is great. Never thought I'd be doing that the first year in
yeah,
business.
yeah,
And here eventually soon, we're gonna have to start hiring part-timers. Yeah, I need to, you know, working more on the business, you know, and then being out in the field every day. Because as it is, I'm 7 a.m. to about 3, 4 o'clock p.m. every day, Saturdays and
yeah.
Sundays. I haven't had a day off since February 8th, only 2 days, Labor Day and Thanksgiving, and that's it. It's been
Jeez
a grind.
Louise. Yeah, yeah, no, for sure. It'll pay obviously pay off in the end. And
Oh
what about
yeah.
the other what about the other business? Are y'all still running that now or
No, we got out of that. You know, my wife and I talked and we said, hey, once we get to X amount of customers, you know, let's get out. And it was around July, August, and I was like, daylight savings time's a couple months away. You know, if we're gonna do it, we got to do it now. And so we got out, and I'm doing it full time now. I think did it for about 5, 6 months until we got enough customers that surpassed my salary at the other business. And once that
yeah.
happened, we were done.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, good for you. Good for you, Ty. That's exciting. Well, then you talk about, it's been a grind, but reading your reviews, obviously your customers love you. So what are some things that you do to go above and beyond for your customers and keep them happy?
You know, a lot of times my customers, you know, because I always send on the way text messages, hey, I'm on the way, I'll be there in 30 minutes, or I'm here. And then we also send secure gate photos and whatnot. And I have had a lot of customers, you know, having to reschedule. They're not home, they're out of town. Hey, can we reschedule for tomorrow? And I look at my schedule, and it's totally full. You know, I'll squeeze them in. I've had customers, you know, one time we had a marketing event at the farmers market. We had to set up like at 8, we had to start at 8 a.m. And a good customer said, "Hey, I got a birthday party on Saturday." She's like, "Can you come?" I was like, "Oh gosh," you know.
Jeez.
So I ended up going out like at 6:30 in the morning and scooping her yard, hurrying back, getting everything ready for the farmers market. It was a lot, but you know, you you got to make your customers happy, you know. So
Makes the difference. Makes all the difference. Yeah, but you've been working with us for a couple months now. I think you started with 20-ish reviews and now you have over 70 reviews, I think.
yeah.
What has your experience been like working with Review Harvest?
You know, it's crazy. I don't know what you guys do to get these customers to get the reviews in so quick. I think when I signed up with you, we had 25, 26 5-star reviews. And the first month we signed up, we had 30 plus 5-star reviews. You know, it seemed like every second I went to my phone, new review, new review. I was like, holy cow. I would like to see the other end of what you're sending to these customers. because I was doing that manually, and it's just a one of those things off my plate that I don't have to mess with anymore. But
Yeah.
you know, you get home and I text all my customers, "Hey, could you please leave us a review?" They always say, "Oh yeah, of course," and still nothing until you got in.
Yeah.
You got a secret sauce or something over there.
Yeah, no, hey, it's that image, adding that photo, that personalized photo to get that get their attention, and then obviously we just do it a lot. It's all we do. All we do is request reviews.
Hmm.
So we've got all the data to know how to do it, when's the best time to do it, what's the best thing to say, and so it's like you scoop and poop, right? You don't go like
Right.
scoop people's yards, and then they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you picked up the poop. It's like people work with us, like, I can't believe you got us reviews. And that's what we do,
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, I mean, you guys have a good formula going on. I mean, I know just posting on the Facebook groups, or posting in general, you got to do it in certain times of the day. And my buddy
Mm,
sent me that, and it seems to work. I mean, yeah, just you can't just randomly post, at this time or that time. I mean, there's a
yeah.
formula to it.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Awesome, Ty. Well, where's the best place for people to find you if they are, in New Mexico near you? Where's the best place for people to reach out?
They can reach out anytime on our website, crucesscoopers.com. They can reach me on Facebook through Cruces Scoopers. They can message me, or they can just text or call me. That's the
Yeah.
best way to reach me.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, we'll have all your stuff linked down below in the description. And we really appreciate you taking the time to hop on. If y'all have any questions for Ty, feel free to put them down below in the comments. He's growing incredibly fast. I mean, not even a year in, and well over 120, 130 customers. So I know there's a lot of people listening that would trade spots with you, that would like
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah, exactly. It's been great. Count my blessings. You can't complain at all.
for sure. Any last words of wisdom for somebody that's trying to start their own business, home service or poop scooping business, and they're kind of in that grind stage? Any words of wisdom?
Home service, the number one complaint is not answering your phone.
Mm,
Provide a great service, make your customers happy, and do what you say you're going to do. And a lot of people don't do that. And
yeah,
it's just unbelievable. I have so many complaints from my customers or other home service businesses. They just never show up. They don't answer the phone, and they're losing business. You spend all this money to acquire customers and you don't do the simplest things, it's
yeah,
just crazy. And anybody
yeah,
looking in to get into this industry, do your research, contact Poop Scoop Millionaire William and Levi. There's so much information.
yeah.
It's just do your research before you just don't jump right in and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple.
Yeah, for sure. I love it. Sage advice there, Ty. Well, I appreciate you hopping on, and I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. And yeah, feel free to drop those comments down below if y'all got questions for them.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, thanks for having me. I love it, man.
Of course. Have a good one, Ty. See ya.
You too. We'll see you, man.